Now,
maybe she doesn't know.
Beyonce doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't think Beyonce, and they're not going to share that with her.
Yvette knows. I got the receipts. I still have the receipts.
But what I've heard about them as a couple is that they've been living separate lives for a very long time. So they together, but they living separate.
Are there women who are supporting Cassie who maybe have some stories about you that might feel a bit similar? You need to be put on mute. This is not your time.
Talking about free Britney, y'all need to be doing a campaign that say free Beyonce.
Beyonce is free.
She is a prisoner in a gilded cage.
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
This been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years.
Guess what's buzzing on the streets? Jason Lee has some major gossip about Beyonce and Jay-Z's rumored marriage troubles. Rumor has it, Jason dropped hints about their split way before anyone caught on. If you've been on socials lately, you've probably seen Jason stirring the pot, throwing shade at Queen Bey on his talk show a few months back. Jason boldly threatened to spill some serious secrets about Beyonce and Jay's marriage unless she got Kelly Rowland on his show. Back then, folks didn't quite grasp what he was getting at, and they dragged him for coming at Beyonce like that. But wait, with fresh rumors swirling about Beyonce possibly calling it quits with Jay-Z, everyone's revisiting what Jason revealed. And let me tell you, the details are way messier than you'd think. Grab a seat because this tea is hot, and I'm not sipping it alone. All right, let me give you the scoop on this drama. Back in December, Jason Lee got all caught up because Beyonce left him out of the guest list for her Renaissance movie premiere bash in London. He thought he had it made by dropping 40 grand on concert tickets and swag for his crew. But Queen Bee didn't send him that invite, even though she hooked up others who barely ride for her. Jason went on camera claiming Beyoncé doesn't support black media.
I think optically, when you don't include other black leaders in the culture in the fold, I mean, not just take me out of it. The Breakfast Club, I mean, you should have honored and brought more black. And I spent thousands of over $40,000 in tickets and shared the experience with friends. And I've done a lot, and I'm not even going to say it here because if I did, this internet, Beyonce's good internet, would go crazy.
Things are about to get real messy after Jason spilled all the tea and went on some little rants during his show, dishing out dirt he claimed to have on Beyonce. The guests on that show were shooketh to the core, jaws literally hitting the floor. Then Jason took it up a notch, straight up blackmailed Queen Bey, saying he'll only zip his lips on the info if she can work some magic and get Kelly Rowland for an interview.
I'm gonna tell them while Johnny puts a beep over this part of the show, so you'll never know what it is, but I want you to see their reactions, and I'm going to do it right now. Ooh, and that's where I go back to, like, we're friends in the game. We support each other. We help each other out. Can you imagine had I put that on Hollywood Law? Oh, there was one more thing. Beat this, Johnny.
Woo!
So that in itself, I think Beyonce could have gave me a, you know what I mean? Like, there should be a little love there. Now,
maybe she doesn't know.
Beyonce doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't think Beyonce, and they're not going to share that with her.
Yvette knows. I got the receipts. I still have the receipts. Yvette know I got the receipts. I got them. Now if I get that message to Beyonce,
yes,
I can get it to I'm connected. I could get the message to Beyonce.
She needs to know.
And I think people like her publicist, who I love, and I'm just being critical. That's just what I do. You know that, Yvette. We're trying to book Kelly Rowland right now. Now, if I don't get Kelly Rowland because I say this about, then it's gonna be a problem. Then I'm putting out receipts. The receipts I just told you about, then I'll put those out.
The fires that will come of that.
I ain't worried. I ain't going nowhere. I'm telling you right now, I'm not playing.
Back in the day, fans brushed off Jason's outburst as mere bitterness. Who would have thought he had some spicy gossip about Beyonce up his sleeve? But now the grapevine is on fire with rumors about Beyonce and Jay possibly parting ways. Social media is abuzz, connecting the dots and wondering if this was the hot tea Jason hinted at spilling. Now, for those scratching their heads about where these divorce whispers originated, let me break it down. We all remember Jay's past slip-ups with other women. But the latest drama started swirling when folks began digging into Jay-Z and his connections with Diddy. The word on the street is that Beyoncé was blindsided by Jay's shady dealings with Diddy and is reportedly trying to distance herself before things blow up. Now, we've all heard about Jay's and Diddy being as close as can be for decades, but things recently took a twist just months before. Cassie made her lawsuit mauve. Diddy revealed in an interview that only his mom and Jay-Z can call him Sean. It was like they were true brothers, but here's the kicker. At the time of that interview, Diddy probably knew Cassie was gearing up to drop her lawsuit bombshell. Allegedly, Cassie's lawyers said Diddy had been trying to hush her up for ages, throwing millions her way for silence. Here's the juicy part. Some are speculating that Diddy mentioned Jay-Z in that interview on purpose, as a warning to steer clear of the Cassie drama in case he goes down with the ship. Whispers are circulating in the industry about Jay bearing similarities to Diddy and how they treat women. Jaguar Wright recently stirred the pot with daring claims against Jay, suggesting he might even outdo Diddy in misconduct. Speculation is rife that Jay's silence on the Diddy saga stems from a fear of being implicated and exposing his alleged treatment of his wife.
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy. This been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years.
Hold up, y'all. There's more tea to spill at this party. Jaguar really delved into the rumors about Jay allegedly mixing it up with much younger women artists. From Foxy Brown and Aaliyah to Tiara Marie, and maybe even Rihanna. And don't even get me started on his friendship with R. Kelly. The way he stuck by Kelly, even after Kelly's crimes were exposed, is just unbelievable.
Saw Jay-Z. And he was working with R. Kelly, and they were making so many records together. You know, they made all those records together. They both Aaliyah. They shared so much in common. Whoever talks about best of the both worlds, best of both worlds. Nobody talks about that.
Nobody talks about this shit.
Nobody talks about that project.
Swept that smooth under the rug.
Why?
Have you heard the latest gossip about Beyoncé and Jay-Z? Fans have been side-eyeing their relationship for a while now. There's a whole lot of mystery surrounding how they first crossed paths. Beyoncé said they met when she was 18 and started dating a year later. But in a 2007 chat with Charlie Rose, Jay-Z seemed all jittery when asked how long he'd known Beyoncé, and then he accidentally spilled the beans that they met a decade ago. Shocking, right?
Wow, a long time.
How long? 10 years?
How long? However long she's been recording. That's when I met her.
Well, don't you remember how long it was?
Yeah, when I met her. I mean,
was it 5 years ago? Was it?
I met her 10 years ago. But
did you say to yourself at that time, "Wow"?
I see. Yeah, that's a fantastic talent.
Was that what you said?
Yeah.
So get this. Back in '97, Beyoncé might have been 15 or 16 when she crossed paths with Jay, who was 28. And guess what? There's some digging into Jay's dating history before Beyoncé, and word is he was getting cozy with Foxy Brown when she was like 14 or 15, promising her Hollywood dreams. Kind of similar to what Diddy did with Cassie, right? Cassie was just 19, and Diddy was 36. And here's the kicker. Rumors have been flying that Jay got Bey hooked on stuff, just like Diddy did with Cassie. Beyoncé's ex-bodyguard Uncle Ron even spilled the tea, claiming Jay's calling the shots and keeping Bey under his thumb with substances. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, Beyonce's on. She's been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way.
And then there was a bit of drama when Jaguar made some similar claims, suggesting that Beyoncé is basically living in a gilded cage.
Talking about free Britney, y'all need to be doing a campaign that say free Beyonce.
Beyonce is free.
She is a prisoner in a gilded cage.
There's a new twist that's got everyone talking. Jay-Z stood up for Beyoncé against the Grammys, calling them out for not giving her the Album of the Year. People were nodding in agreement, giving Jay props for defending his queen. But did you notice how uncomfortable Beyoncé looked during his Grammy defense? And it got even weirder when Jay referred to her as this young lady instead of using her name.
So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work.
So, after Jay finished his little speech, he and Beyonce, along with Blue, made a quick exit. Isn't it all kinds of weird? Jay was actually there to pick up his Global Impact Award. I mean, he respects the Grammys enough to accept an award from them, yet he feels they're biased against his wife. Like, seriously, can someone explain that logic to me? And why put your wife in that awkward spot and not even mention her name? Like, come on, at least say my wife. I don't know about you all, but the whole thing just felt off to me. It honestly brought back memories of when Diddy gave a shout out to Cassie at the BET Lifetime Achievement Award just before Cassie's lawsuit drama unfolded. Anyway, rumor has it Beyonce's been grinding so hard lately, launching her hair care line and a new album. All because she's on a money mission, building her business empire separate from Jay. This was all before the alleged shady business details with Diddy came out. All right, so here's the scoop. Some fans are buzzing about what Jason Lee claimed he knew about Beyonce, and they're speculating it's tied to Jay-Z and his bromance with Diddy. It's got people talking since Jason dropped those comments right after Cassie's lawsuit news. They're all connecting the dots between how Diddy treated Cassie and how Jay supposedly treats his wifey. I mean, seriously, this whole situation is messier than a dropped drink. Jason might just be holding some major tea about Beyonce. We can't say for sure if he's spilling it all, but one thing's for sure. Once he starts talking, he's not holding back. The social feeds are blowing up with discussions and hot takes on this drama, with fans hinting Jay-Z might end up being worse than Diddy. One fan even said it felt like Jay-Z was giving his farewell speech, throwing some serious shade before peacing out. Hey, no matter who you are, those skeletons in your closet always find a way to catch up with you. It was quite a sight seeing Jay-Z's daughter Blue on stage all glammed up for the Grammys, compared to the other day when she was just chilling in the audience like she's off to a rodeo. Isn't it interesting how some believe Beyonce isn't a victim and might be concerned about her own secrets coming out because of Jay-Z? There's this voice saying, I don't see Beyonce as innocent as they claim. Jay and B have got to stick together in marriage, to avoid spilling any beans on each other. But hey, what do you think about all the buzz surrounding the Carters? Could Beyonce actually go ahead and file those papers? Or is she too deep in the mix to make a U-turn? Share your thoughts below and then dive into the next video.